Hello, everyone. Good morning. My name is April. I am a spirit guide, way shower, card reader, extraordinaire, amongst other things. I don't know if I said storyteller. I'm talking fast, but yeah, that too. So I'm gonna tell a story. I was actually gonna post a different video. However, I had a dream this morning, not last night, but like early this morning, like between like 3, 4 a.m. that really prompted me to make this video in particular. And then I wasn't sure if I was going to post it, but then I went for a walk to like clear my mind about it and ask for guidance, and I got it because an acorn fell from the tree, and it was just the way it fell. It fell like really violently, and I was just like, okay. And I was like, all right, maybe that was like for me. And so I went and I picked it up, and I kind of like, I don't know, I like nature. So I was like just admiring it and playing with it, and then I threw it into the woods. But as I threw it into the woods, I looked down and I realized that there was a bug on me. And I've learned not to freak out when that happens because everything happens for a reason, right? And it just so happened to be a ladybug. And I was like, where did you come from? Like, where did you come from? I had no idea where it came from. It just didn't make sense. It just all of a sudden was like on my shirt. So I like picked it up. It was on my hand and, and then it flew off and I was like, okay, I have to post this video. I have to make this video instead of posting the other one. So getting to the story, I'm going to try to make this short, but keep all the good details in there. So semi-recently, I had to fly to Texas for a business trip for training. And I'm not a huge fan of flying. Not in that way anyway, in the 3D way. I like astro travel, but flying in planes is a little weird for me. It makes my head feel funny. So moving on, right? So I had to fly to Texas, and getting there was fine. That was no problem. It was the ride back that was like, are you serious right now, universe? Because I get on the plane to fly home, and it's like early afternoon. My flight was at like 2 or 3 in the afternoon. But as soon as I get on the flight, they have you sitting there on the runway waiting to like pull out and take off and stuff. And I get an update from Google on my phone talking about, oh, my connecting flight, because I didn't have a nonstop flight going home. I had like one stop that was only supposed to be an hour in New York before flying me into Boston. And so, yeah, that's where I'm from. I'm from Massachusetts. So I'm on the plane and Google's like, yeah, your flight's been canceled. Like, okay, how do you just like cancel my flight? No, I haven't flown in years. I haven't flown since like 2014. And so I'm like, all right, how does this work? So, I mean, I posted a video at like the beginning of my journey, probably in like 2018, and it was like the don't panic video. It was like rule number 1, don't panic. I think it was like the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, because I get messages through like movies and music. So that was like one of the first messages I got was don't panic. So I'm trying not to panic, right? Even though I have no idea how I'm getting home now once I get to New York, because I'm already on this plane. So the lady sitting next to me, she's in like uniform, you know what I mean? Like airplane uniform, and she's got the wings on her. And so I'm like, all right, I'll ask her. She might know, right? Because Spirit's always going to send us like people and stuff to help us out, like earth angels, like us, I'm an earth angel. So I ask her and I'm like, hey, you know what I'm supposed to do about this? I mean, those weren't my exact words, but I'm shortening things here. I'm like, hey, you know what I'm supposed to do about this? She's like, I would call the airline or call, and I'm like, yeah, but they booked it through like my company or whatever, through like a third party. And so I called the third party and I'm letting them know, and she's super nice. She's like one of the insurance people you call on the phone, like Progressive or something. She was super cool. And so apparently she tried to haggle with the airline about getting me another flight, and they were trying to tell her that they already booked me another flight that was flying into a completely different airport. And I'm like, yeah, that's not going to fly. No pun intended. So I wait the 3 hours because I have no signal up in the air. And she's like, text me as soon as you land, or call me as soon as you land. So I land in New York 3 hours later. I call her and I'm like, hey, what's going on? And she's like, I was arguing with this